All right, let's pull back the curtain on one of the most powerful, yet kind of invisible forces in our digital world. We're talking about the operating system that runs so many businesses, websites, and services you use every single day, Windows Server. And you know what? With its latest version, things are changing more radically than ever before. Let's get into it.
I mean, seriously, think about it for a sec. Every time you log into your company's network, or use some cloud app, or even just browse a website, there's a beast of a server in a data center somewhere making it all work. But what's the software that's actually running the show? Well, in a huge number of cases, that answer is Windows Server. So what is Windows Server really? Well, the easiest way to think about it is this. The Windows on your laptop is built for one person, you. Windows Server, on the other hand, is built for hundreds or even thousands of users and tasks all at once. It's the industrial-strength, heavy-duty version designed to be the engine for business. So here's our game plan from this explainer. We're going to cover what Windows Server really is, take a quick spin through its 30-year history, and then zoom in on the brand new Windows Server 2025. We'll dig into the cool new features, see how it plugs into the cloud, and figure out what it all means for the future. Okay, first up, what is this thing? Let's try an analogy. Think of Windows Server as the central nervous system for a whole company's tech. Yeah, it's the brain that decides who gets to see what files. It's the heart that keeps all those critical business apps pumping. And it's the memory that stores and protects the company's most important data. Take it away, and the entire digital body of the business just grinds to a halt. But you know, the Windows Server of today looks nothing like where it started. Its story is this really cool 30-year journey of constant change, always adapting to whatever new tech was coming down the pike. And this timeline pretty much maps out the biggest shifts in computing. It all kicked off in '93 with Windows NT, a huge leap for servers. Then in 2000 came Active Directory. That's the thing that still manages your work login today, a total game changer. By 2008, it was all about virtualization with Hyper-V, letting one machine act like many. And that brings us right up to today, to 2025, a version built from the ground up for this hybrid world, where your server room and the cloud are basically one and the same. So let's get to the main event, Windows Server 2025. And I'm telling you, this isn't just some minor update. This is really the next generation. It officially dropped on November 1st, 2024, and it's actually built on the same core as Windows 11, but its job is totally different. It has been engineered to tackle the biggest headaches in IT right now, managing stuff that's both in your office and in the cloud, handling the insane demands of AI, and fighting off some really sophisticated cyber threats. Okay, so what's the big deal? What actually makes Windows Server 2025 so special? Let's zoom in on the key innovations that really make it stand out.
We're going to break down 4 major advancements that really change the game. We're talking reboot-free updates, a whole new way to pay for it, some next-level security, and frankly, a jaw-dropping increase in raw power.
First up, Hotpatching. And for anyone who's ever managed a server, this is basically a dream come true. You know how you always have to restart a machine for updates? Imagine doing that on a server that runs a hospital's entire network. Bad news. With Hotpatching, you can apply those critical security updates while the server is still running. No downtime. That's a massive win. Next is a huge shift in how you actually buy the software. Instead of a big, expensive license upfront, you can now do a pay-as-you-go subscription. So if you need to fire up a few extra servers for a 3-month project, you can just pay for them monthly and then turn them off. It's the cloud-style pay-for-what-you-use model, but for the servers in your own building. For security, there's this standout feature called SMB over Quick. Now, that sounds super technical, I know, but the idea is simple. It creates a secure, encrypted tunnel to your company's file servers right over the internet. No clunky, complicated VPN required. This makes it way easier and safer for anyone working remotely to get the files they need. And then there's the power. This number says it all. 2,048. That's how many virtual processors a single virtual machine can now handle. This isn't just a bigger number for the sake of it. This is the kind of horsepower that lets you do serious AI model training and chew through massive data sets right on your own gear.
Now, all these things we just talked about, the hot patching, the pay-as-you-go, the new security, they're not just a random collection of features. They are all part of a much bigger strategy to build a bridge between the servers in your office and the cloud. This is what we call the hybrid horizon.
And the magic piece that makes all this possible is called Azure Arc. The best way to picture it is like a virtual extension cord that runs from the Microsoft Azure cloud and plugs right into your servers. Once you're connected, you can use all these amazing cloud tools to manage and secure your local machines like they were actually sitting in an Azure data center. And this comparison makes the difference crystal clear. On the left, you've got your standard old-school server. But on the right, once you flick that Azure Arc switch, that same server gets superpowers. Suddenly you can manage it from the cloud, turn on Hotpatching, use pay-as-you-go licensing, and wrap it in cloud-level security. So why does this matter? Well, it means you can manage everything, your cloud servers and your physical servers, from one singular screen. You can tap into powerful cloud services, like disaster recovery, and apply them to the machines in your office. It just simplifies everything while making your entire system way more resilient. So when you put it all together, you start to see a really clear picture of the future. The server isn't just a box anymore, it's evolving to become way smarter, a heck of a lot safer, and just incredibly more flexible. And when we talk about safety, Microsoft is absolutely putting its money where its mouth is. That number, $20 billion, is what they're investing in cybersecurity over 5 years. It's a massive commitment, and it's the foundation for all the security tech we're seeing in Windows Server 2025. And look, this isn't just marketing fluff. Customers are actually feeling it. Atsushi Shintani from Hokoku Bank said it perfectly. It's a relief to be protected by Microsoft's world-class security. That feeling, that peace of mind, that's what this is all about. So, let's bring it all home. The story of Windows Server really is a story of evolution. It started as a beige box humming away in an office closet, and now it's become this incredibly sophisticated, flexible, cloud-connected platform that is literally being re-engineered to power the modern business. And that leaves us with one final thing to think about. As the cloud just keeps getting bigger and more powerful, what does that mean for the actual physical servers still sitting in our offices? With tech like Windows Server 2025 blurring those lines, the role of that server is changing forever. Thanks for joining me for this explainer.